Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Law 3 of Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Conceal your intentions. If you want one rule that saves you stress, saves you time, and saves you from people getting in your way, it is this. Don't tell everybody what you're about to do. Show them what you've done. Most people don't lose the best ideas because the idea was weak. They lose it because they drag it into a room too early. They tell the wrong people. They tell too many people. They explain it before it has any legs. You've seen this at work. You get that spark, that, it's a good one, this. And you go into the meeting feeling confident. You lay out the vision, you explain all the steps, you show how it could work. Then the room will change. Somebody pulls a face, somebody jokes, somebody asks a question that sounds fair, but it's really a brick wall. Then the pylon starts. By the end of it, you're defending something that you've not even made. You walk out smaller than when you walked in. Not because your idea were rubbish, but because you gave people a target, and people love targets. Sometimes it's jealousy, sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's just comfort. Because a new idea means change. Change means risk. So people protect what they know, even if what they know is average. That's why they pick it apart. They don't always mean harm, but they do create it. Here's why that usually happens. They want proof before you've had a chance to test it. They want certainty up front. And building, it just doesn't work like that. They want you to answer questions that you could only answer after you've done the work. So you get dragged into a debate. And debates are where momentum goes to die. So picture a different move. Same idea, same brains, same ambition. But this time, you keep it to yourself. You test it quietly. You build a small version, you run it in the background, and then you get one result, one number, one working draft. Then you go into the same meeting and you say, I've tried this, and here's what happened. That one change flips the whole dynamic. People argue with opinions all day. They struggle to argue with results that already exist. That's what concealing your intentions really means. It's not hiding because you're scared. It's holding back because you're smart. It's protecting the fragile middle. The middle ground. The middle is where everything gets messy. At the start, it's just a thought. But in the middle, it's trial and error. You're learning, you're adjusting, you're getting it wrong, and then you fix it. If you expose that stage to 10 opinions, you'll end up building your life around people and people pleasing instead of finishing the work. Let me give you a simple picture. Building a plan is like planting a seed. If you dig it up every day to show people it's growing, you'll kill it. If you leave it alone and water it, one day it'll break the surface. Then people can see it. Then you can talk about it. So keep that seed private. That includes your personal life as well. If you want to change your body, you don't need a speech. You need Tuesday. You need Thursday. You need the quiet days where you train and eat right while nobody cares. If you want to build a side business, you don't need office approval. You need evenings where you build instead of scrolling. You need one customer. You need one small result that you can repeat. If you want to reinvent yourself, you don't need a committee meeting. You need a private season where you practice being the new you until it feels normal. This is also about people who pressure you. Pay attention when someone's trying to push you into a decision. That's them, not you. They're not only asking for a yes or no, they're looking for your reaction. They want to see what moves you. They want to see where you're soft. So if you get angry, you've given them the button. If you plead, you've shown them a weakness. If you explain your limits in a big emotional way, you've given them a map. So conceal your intentions. It's simple. It just means keep your composure. Listen more than you talk. Ask questions instead of giving speeches. Let them reveal themselves while you stay steady. And this part is what people usually miss. Talking, it often steals your drive. When you tell people your plan, you get a little hit of relief like you already done something. You get praise or some attention or a good luck, mate. Your brain takes the reward early. Then when it's tried to do the hard work, it's heavy. You've already cashed in a bit of the feeling. Keeping it private keeps the pressure on in the right way. It keeps you hungry, keeps you honest, keeps you moving. So what do you do with this tomorrow? Start like this. Start in the meetings. If you go into a meeting, don't rush to speak first. Let them speak first. Let them show what they care about. Let them show what they're protecting. You'll hear who's open and who's threatened. By the time that you speak, you'll have a better read on the room. And when you do speak, keep it tight. Say what moves the work forward. Don't perform. Don't try to win the room. Just move the project. Outside of meetings, practice being hard to read in a calm way. Not fake, not dramatic, just calm. If someone asks what you're working on and they haven't earned the access to it, keep it light. Say, I'm working on a few things, then move on. You do not owe anyone a full explanation. Most people are not paying the price for your choices, you are. And here's another truth. Some people only feel safe if you're predictable. They want to label you. They want to put you in a little box. So when they can't read you, they become curious and they behave differently. They try harder. They reveal more. That's why silence is powerful. Silence creates space. And in that space, people show you who they are. This doesn't mean you cut everyone off. It means you become selective. You might have one mentor. You might even have one trusted partner. Somebody who builds, not just comments. Somebody who challenges you without trying to shrink you. Somebody who wants you to win and has the maturity to handle your growth. Share with that person. Keep everybody else at a need-to-know basis. And when you do share, share at the right time. Share when you have proof. Share when you can hear feedback without losing your direction. Share when your plan can stand. Because there's a big difference between a plan and a result. A plan invites debate. A result ends debate. So stop announcing what you're about to do. Start building it in private. Let the work stack up behind the scenes and show the world when it's ready. You will get more done. You will feel less drained. You'll stop arguing with people who are never going to help you anyway. And you start living like somebody who doesn't need permission to grow. Look, let me give you a few steps. Pick one goal and make it totally quiet for full 7 days. And then in your next 3 meetings, listen first and speak later. Then when you're asked what you're doing, use one calm line. I'm working on a few things. Just build one small proof, one draft, one result before you ask anybody for any opinions. Then choose one trusted person for some feedback and keep everybody else on a need-to-know basis. Trust me when I tell you this. This is the way forward. It's something I have done, it's something I'm doing, and it's something I will continue to do. My actions will always speak louder than my words when the time is right. This, my friends, is the way. You take care, stay blessed. Namaste.